What is happening, everybody? Man, it is so exciting to be here with all these awesome dads, awesome sons, and what an incredible opportunity to be here sharing a happy Father's Day to everybody in the industry. Why don't we do a round robin introducing ourselves? We'll start with you, Brian, and then we'll work our way around the clock right here and kind of just introduce who we are, who we're here with, and talk a little bit about your business and yourself.
Brian Hess from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, partner in the Pavement Group. This is my little man, Quincy. You say hi to everybody. And we are a nationwide asphalt and concrete provider to some of the largest brands in the country. That is me.
Right on, right on. Mr. Keith Callaway Sr., why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your business too, man?
About 35 years I've been doing this. We're out here in Oregon trying to own it. We're trying to move into do a little in California now too. So we're learning how to do this long distance too. So it's different.
Let's roll down to the American Pavement family. Tell us all about yourselves. Come on, bring it on.
Hi guys, I'm Bill Stanley, owner of American Pavement. Me and my family here. Happy Father's Day, everybody. 50 years in the paving business. I have 4 sons, all raised on blacktop, and we're here just laying asphalt as fast as we can every single day. That's what we do.
Man, that is beautiful. And you got 4 sons. All 4 of you there right now?
I have 2 in the room right now. You're looking at Josh here, Jack's in the other room. One's getting a haircut, and the other one's out looking at a job. So you got the 2 of the good-looking ones, anyways.
Oh boy, keep that asphalt hot, huh?
After that.
Right on. And Mr. Keith Callaway Jr., tell us about yourself, my man.
I'm Keith Jr., obviously. Work with my dad out here in Oregon. I was late to the party because I just got off a paving machine right over there. But yeah, we're just out here enjoying, doing like the guys in Boston, trying to lay it as fast as we can and make it black.
Right on. Thanks, Keith. And I see Orca Asphalt Maintenance Crew. I see the dream team over there, all in yellow. I can see them lighting up that sun even hotter than what it is. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Braden? Tell us about your family. Tell us about your business.
Yeah, Braden Hamilton, Orca Asphalt Maintenance is my company. First and foremost, father of 2 beautiful girls. And then these are my main guys right here, Justin and Ethan. Yeah, we're just trying to make asphalt pretty. That's what we try to do, and fast.
You guys do some beautiful work. Hey, everybody, you got to make sure to follow everybody that's on here on all social handles too. And so we'll definitely post it in the caption here for the video as this is posted. But there's somebody really special that's sitting to your left there to me, Mr. Hamilton, right to your left there. Who's that handsome fellow?
Justin Burdon, son of Judson Burdon. Yeah. Raised on blacktop as well.
Ethan, how is it working in the pavement industry, brother?
I enjoy it a lot. Braden got me on the team just under a year ago, hopped on, immediately loved it. Ever since then, I've just been, brought me into the team. It feels like a family over here. We're a bunch of freaking Orca killer whales. That's what we do.
He's a weapon. These guys are both weapons.
I've seen you be covered in complete head to toe dirt. I think you literally started to disappear at one point.
Oh yeah. It was a long, busy day, but it was sure worth it. That's for sure.
That's every other day. Actually, every day.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'll tell everybody, myself, Judd Burdon, president of Asphalt Kingdom, and all I love to do in my life is bring people together and make them feel good and feel unstoppable. That's kind of what I want to do. And this is Mr. Theo. He's the next one to start pounding the pavement for sure. We have Kai, our middle son, who's 5, and we've got Theo, who is 3. And you're going to pound the pavement, right? Yeah. Good stuff, guys. I want to talk to the dads here who actually have their sons involved in the business. Mr. Keith Callaway Sr., can you tell us about how cool it is to have your family involved with the business, like your son? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, there's just an amazing level of trust and a likeness in what we're headed for. Probably the best thing is we sat down about a year ago with me and another son, and we set some goals for 5 years. And, you know, we're looking out past that, but we set a 5-year goal. And it's been really cool to watch the three of us, and Keith Jr. in particular, to say, okay, I got several more years in me. Let's push this thing. And then I just trust that, you know, the quality, the production, everything's right. And it's a really good feeling to be with. And then I'm watching kids. My son in Alaska is getting into paving, and of course he's struggling. He's brand new, but it's really fun to have the kids around me and have the trust. Really is what it is.
And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I know you guys well. Like, you know, we spent some good time together, and I can see that with you guys. You guys have an incredible bond, and it's so cool to see you guys, and you passing the torch down to them, and have them start to teach you new things.
That is for sure.
Right on. Can you tell us a little bit about how awesome it is to rock things with your sons, to have your sons involved, and really, I mean, just be on the forefront from a marketing perspective and driving force? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So working with family, everyone knows that it can be quite a trip, right? But we work together, we vacation together, we play together, we go to church together. My sons are my best friends. My brothers, the brothers are best friends with each other. And working together, all striving for a goal, is the best thing ever happened to our family. And our family is, when you see one, you see all of them, which is pretty cool. I know, I know families that sent their kids off to California to college and to Tennessee for college, and next thing you know, one lives in Boston, one lives in Colorado, and mom and dad are sitting home Thanksgiving. I have 30 people at my Thanksgiving table every year, no problem. And every Sunday and every Saturday. So we do the family. We do the family.
That is awesome. Sorry. Yeah. You know what? It's so awesome because you have this 3-year-old. He just wants to do whatever he wants when he wants. And it's pretty cool. He's like, I want to go downstairs, Dad. I don't want to sit with you anymore. Bill, thank you for that. Hey, I want to know a little bit about kind of, Brian, on your side. Tell us a little bit about Mr. Quincy there. And is he already interested in kind of some of the stuff that Daddy's doing?
Yeah, man, he's my little shadow. So he takes conference calls, listens to sales calls, improves his negotiation skills with his mother as a result of his observations. And as we just said off camera, what do you want to run when you get older? You want to be in the office, or you want to run the excavator? The excavator, yeah. He wants to be on the equipment and loves being out on the jobs. And he is, no doubt about it, going to be a worker. That's for sure.
Awesome, man. Yeah, Quincy, high five. Braden Hamilton. Man, you already have your daughter out like striping with you. I've seen you striping. Oh, yeah. Your striping lines while you're holding her in one arm.
Both daughters, man. Both daughters. Yeah.
Are both of them? Are you going out with both?
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know, it's awesome to be able to have the family around. You know, I don't know if my daughters will be in the asphalt industry per se, but what I do want them to know is that I love my job and I work hard for them, you know, for them and my wife. So, you know, having them around to be able to see that, I don't really care if they, you know, run a paver or seal coat, but I just want them to know that I love what I do. So.
Yeah. So, Bill, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Why did you do it? Why did you do this? Why did you get involved with this business? What was the purpose of getting involved with the business?
Well, I was brought up, and my dad was in the paving business, and he taught us, and we followed his footsteps. And I was 5 years old. He took me in the truck, and I was like Quincy right there, sitting on his lap. And it was the best upbringing ever because my dad taught me everything that was right and wrong. And when my boys were born, I figured I better keep them close, especially in today's crazy world. And that I'll tell all you young fathers, keep your boys and girls close to you and you raise them. Don't let somebody else do it.
Amen, brother.
Right?
Amen.
Yeah, man. That's beautiful. Mr. Keith Callaway Sr., can you tell us kind of the why you got involved with the business and kind of why you did what you did every day and why you do what you do every day?
Well, the year I got married, my in-laws got in the business. And so I saw it. I didn't have any resources. I couldn't afford to buy a pickup, much less a dump truck. But I saw what the opportunity was. And about three and a half years later, I decided to step in, and boy, it was slow and it was rough. But the reason I did it is because it was the thing I could do to maximize the dollars per hour spent away from my family so that I'd have more time with them. So that was the why. I gotta pay the bills. I gotta feed the kids. And I know I'm not going to get 10 hours a day. I know that. So I thought this was a good way, and it's ended up being kind of something I've loved. I like that quick impact, and get in, get out, you work hard for a while, and then you're done. So I've always enjoyed that.
Amen.
I know we had a conversation about the why a few weeks ago, I guess, when we did that webinar, and that was so powerful, man. It's a beautiful thing. I can relate a lot to that why too. Like when I first started, like the cool thing about this is that I'm staring at my son who's 20 years old, and he's in the pavement industry. And I was 20 years old when I first started. Actually, I was 19 when I first started. And I remember we were struggling, and you'd have to knock on the doors, and you'd have to stay dedicated and determined to actually the goal at hand, which was making sure food was on the table, but also not just food on the table, but continue to grow and scale so that you could live a life filled with freedom and opportunity. And, that was something where food was on the table, providing for the family, but that constant drive was not for me, the feeling of me. It was a lot more than just me. It was the feeling of knowing that, you've accomplished something and that you're building something really incredible. And that I remember sitting on a steamroller with Justin doing one of our neighbors' driveways, paving one of our neighbors' driveways by hand. Couldn't afford a paver. We literally had a dump truck dropping off piles of asphalt, hand shoveling it, doing, looting it and rolling it. And he was in his diapers on my lap. And I remember doing that, a year prior, not paving it or shoveling asphalt, but I was using 5-gallon pails and squeegees and brushes to seal coat. But a year later, we were on that roller. And then a year later, we had multiple rigs. And a year later, and you constantly reinvested into your business, and you continued to do it to provide a better life for your children, for your family, an opportunity for your children to kind of move into that opportunity of learning marketing, learning accounting, learning sales, learning, the different aspects of the business. And I can tell you that sitting here right now, looking at my son, 20 years old, next to absolute beasts, and Braden Hamilton, you're an angel, bro. You're an angel. And to be, to have circle and to have people that are just beautiful people in your life is something so important. And Bill, when you said keep them close, man, it's something that you should do. And if you can do it as much as you can, man. Justin, I miss you. You're like 5,000 miles away from me.
Miss you too.
We're not that far apart, but we are, and that's pretty awesome. Guys, listen, do you have anything that you want to share? Anybody want to share anything with, any dads out there that might be struggling right now? Any people who might be struggling a little bit? Anything to share with them on this beautiful Father's Day?
I think just believe in yourself, man. Do it for all the right reasons. Surround yourself with people like the people on this screen that share the same values as you, that are on the same journey, on the same path, and never give up. When you have the fuel of your family and friends and the people around you that support you, there's nothing that will ever stop you from getting what you want and what your family deserves. And this is an industry that can provide anything that you dream of to you and your family. So.
Amen, man. Amen.
I'd say, go ahead, Bill.
Go ahead, Keith. I'll yield.
What I'd say is that, back in the day, and Bill knows all about this, that paving company, the closest to you, back in the day, we didn't even talk to each other. We kind of didn't like each other. It was dog eat dog. We all had to have every job just to survive. And we're frustrated when we didn't get them. And those people were not friendly. But I'll tell you now, I can call 4, 5, 6 people in my area.
The industry's changed a lot, Keith.
And I wouldn't say we're best friends, but I can call them if I need something, or I can call them and get some advice on what to do with an inspector or a certain thing that's going on. And that just wasn't the way it was before. And I'd say leverage that. If I was to give advice, I'd say leverage that, because that kind of thing is going to encourage your soul. And really the whole thing happens in your soul anyway. You're just the kid that you grew up. I run around in my 8-year-old self, and I'm feeling all insecure and whatever. That's the way I operated right there when I was 8, when I was told I was a stupid little kid or whatever. And these other people, they do things, and I talk to them, and they encourage me to just by who they are and what they've done, they encourage me to keep going and push in and do things I might not have otherwise done.
Amen, brother.
Amen. Bill, you were going to say something?
Well, if we're going to talk to struggling fathers here on Father's Day, was your question, right? Is that what you said, Judd? I got a thought.
Yes, sir.
So if you're a young father and you're struggling, when you go down to the local pub and you see that nice little cute waitress that, she's smiling, when you might be having a little trouble with your wife at home, if you decide to trade her in, she's probably the same thing, if not worse. And what happens to guys that trade their wives in, that kid on your lap right there, some other man is going to raise that child. And you don't want that to happen. So you're better off keeping what you got, because you probably chose right the first time, and you have to raise that child. You don't want no other man raising your child. And that's my Father's Day message to any young father right now that's struggling and thinking about some hot chick down on the corner.
And I'm gonna send you that costume, right?
And all of us, everyone in this picture right here, knows the feeling of coming home saying, I just can't take this anymore. But we stuck it out, and we're better for it. And you have to raise that kid. So do you, Brian. Right?
110%. And
Right.
You want to be.
I'll put up with all her lip, because I'm not going to have some other man raising my child. No way.
Man, I love that advice. And you know what? Do you see this child holding the superhero in his hand?
Yeah.
It's cool when your children come up to you, even as they get older, and they look at you like that superhero too. They say they're so proud of you, and thank you so much. Like that's what you need in your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what you need in your life.
Absolutely.
Guys, I don't know how to top that advice. I think that advice right there is, it's easy to get distracted, but it's also easy. It's easy to actually just, respect and appreciate truly what you have, and then keep working at it. Nothing's easy really, but you know what I mean. Guys,
I got something to say to the dad that's struggling with his kids from a son's perspective. My dad watched some of the darkest times that a guy could walk through, and after I got sober, one of the guys that I used to run around with asked my dad, he said, why'd you let your son do all those things around you? Why would you do that? Why would you open that up? And I'm getting a little emotional talking about it. He said, I'd rather have my son around with the opportunity to change than let him go completely and never see him again.
Got a good dad.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
So that's
that's the message to the dad that's got a struggling kid. You know, not all of us are hopeless, but somebody's got to stay so that we know how to get out. Because, you know, almost 5 years later, you know, I wouldn't trade it in for anything. But if he'd have given up on me, I might not ever got out.
Amen. Beautiful, man.
That's what fathers should do. They should be there for you no matter what. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Any last words before we jet out and continue to enjoy our beautiful families?
And it's just an honor to be on here with you guys, man. Happy Father's Day to all you guys. Love you guys, man. Everybody on this screen inspires me and motivates me to be not just great in business, but most importantly, the greatest father that I could be. And so pay it forward to your kids.
Absolutely.
Love you, Justin.
Love you too.
Special shout out to all the fathers.
Shout out
And
to all
mothers.
the fathers.
And the mothers. My dad, he special shout out to him too. He had me he had me striping on the striper, I think when I was 8 years old. So I wouldn't trade my upbringing for anything. Sitting in the truck as well. You know, it's just cherish those memories with my dad and hope I can do the same.
Happy Father's Day, everybody. Enjoy your families. Enjoy your time. It's a short life. Enjoy every minute. It's all here right now. Get it. Thanks, guys. Love you all, man.
Thank you, bro.
Love you guys.